Hi there everyone, my name's Dave West. I hope you're all doing well. So welcome back to part 2 then of the ultimate low light video test for the iPhone 13. Now this time checking out the HDR Dolby Vision mode for both the front and the rear cameras. Now just a quick note at the start of the video, I'm not going to use 1080p for the Dolby Vision stroke HDR video. If you're going to use high dynamic range, get as much resolution from it as possible. If you use too low a resolution, you're not really packing enough data in the HDR really to be worth it. So this is 4K from the front facing camera using the HDR video option. Now theoretically with HDR you should get better shadow detail, better controlled highlights and better colour, but I'll let you be the judge of that. And in HDR mode you still get the excellent image stabilization as well. So there's a quick look at 4K 30 then. Alright, so as per the standard dynamic range video test, work backwards. So we'll start with the rear ultra-wide camera at 4K at 30 frames per second. And as you can see, as per the normal standard dynamic range video, a bit darker than when using the main lens. So you get lots of sort of crushed exposure. Even when there's lots of light source, you can see this car passing here, you still don't get a super bright image. But when you select the main camera, you get a big flood of light and exposure, even picking up things like the colours of the trees up here on the left hand side. In what is otherwise quite a dark scene over here. So you get those floaties in the lens you can see there, which isn't ideal. But if I go to the field here, now this is where I filmed my video test in the daytime, this field here. So if I just perch the camera on the fence here, you can just about make out the colour of the grass in the background. So it's doing a pretty good job there and doing its best to lift the exposure in the background here so you can see the clouds. There's a little bit of colour banding I can see there. As I move the camera around, you see it's doing a really good job of lifting up the shadows in this longer grass here. I can barely see that with the naked eye, but it does a really good job in low light of dragging as much light into the lens as possible, which is pretty cool. Alright, so finally then is 4K 60 in HDR, again with the ultra wide angle camera to start with. And as per standard dynamic range, this isn't really ideal conditions for this lens, so pretty unusable in my opinion unless you've got super bright light source in front of you. For example, if you're at a concert or somewhere where there's a lot of light. But you let me know what you think so far of the HDR video. And immediately when selecting the main lens at 4K 60 with the HDR mode turned on, you all of a sudden get this big flood of light back into the camera and really accurate colour. All of these cars here, I know they're kind of lighter shades, but still, this blue one here to my right, colour accuracy is bang on. Really impressive, and you get light to every corner of the frame as well. Sometimes with some phone cameras, especially in low light, you get a heavy vignette effect, but not with this. You get light to every single corner, which is really impressive and makes it a lot more consistent. So overall, I'm pretty impressed with the iPhone 13 in low light. I mean, it's by no means incredible video like it is in the daytime, but this is more than enough for most people to record in nighttime situations. Alright, so there's the end then of the low light video test with the iPhone 13 with HDR mode enabled. Again, I'm not sure how many people are really going to use this mode. It is switched on by default when you unpack the phone and set it all up for the first time, so one thing to bear in mind, you might need to dive into the settings to switch it off. But for those who want to use it, I hope this video has been helpful to you in letting you see what it looks like in low light conditions. So if you've got any comments or questions about anything you've seen in the video, then please do let me know and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And if you're new around here, then please don't forget to subscribe so there's more content coming on the channel like this very, very soon. But for now, this has been my low light video test in HDR mode on the iPhone 13. My name's Dave West, and I'll catch you guys later.